Welcome to the Bottle Poppin' Podcast, where Meg and Heather share their love for oils, friendship, and entrepreneurship. Let's get it poppin'.
Hi, everyone. This is Meg.
Hi there. This is Heather.
And we are the Bottle Poppin' Podcast. So, Heather, what are we popping open today?
We're going to have a conversation today. We are going to talk about an upcoming challenge called the Power to Be.
So I am really excited about this. What this is it is a 30-day health challenge. And not only are you going to get healthier, but in the challenge, you are basically creating the energy and the power to support whatever your focus is for the year. And so this is kind of like picking a word of the year, which I have done the last 3 years. And funny story. So the first time I did this, my word of the year was growth. And I didn't really have to think about it because my business was brand new. So obviously I was focused on growth. Then last year, I picked a word and promptly forgot the word and only just recently remembered the word because it just didn't stick with me ever. It was a line. And now this year, my word of the year is joy. And so I'm really excited to, number one, actually remember the word of the year. But I think this challenge is going to help me remember it. And it's going to make it even more personal to me because throughout this challenge, I'm going to be creating energy. I'm going to be creating focus on being joyful.
So just like we've talked about before with the New Year's resolutions, I have not previously been a person that picks a word or picks a New Year's resolution for that matter, because if I want to do something, I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to wait for a certain time frame. That said, where I have found success before is usually with a tracker. I will write down the things that I want to do daily, and I have to sit there and make a little check mark on each day to make sure that I have done it. When I can be held accountable, I find that I am more successful. If it's just a floaty in the air, I need to do this, I'm not very good about it. And I think that's where word of the year or even New Year's resolutions feel very floaty in the air for me. Not that I couldn't make a tracker for them.
Let me tell you a little bit more about the challenge. So there's a few different parts of it. So I think I already said, but it's 30 days. And for 30 days, every day, you're going to get education on metabolic health. So most people think metabolic health is just metabolism, and then they think metabolism is just like how to get skinny, but it's so much more than that. And so every day you're going to get education on things like nutrition, movement, energy, sleep, all these different areas. And the education is less than 10 minutes. It's a video that's been created by doTERRA, and it's really well done. So that's one thing. So that's something that you can put on your tracker. And by the way, there is a tracker for this as well. So you don't even have to create your tracker, but that's one of the things on the tracker. Then every day you're going to eat healthy. And again, in those videos, it's going to talk about nutrition and health, but really it's just eating real nutrient-dense food. Number 3, you have to move your body every day. And so again, something that you can track, some type of exercise. And then the 4th thing is taking doTERRA's MetaPWR supplements. And so those supplements are what are going to help give you the energy. They work best if you eat right and you exercise. But it's like using all 4 of these together is going to give you clear understanding of how metabolism works and how it makes you feel different, and how it makes you focus, makes you sleep better, all the things. But on top of that, it's going to be able to solidify whatever your word is. So if it's, joyful for me, maybe somebody's word of the year is creative. And so it's going to help them actually be more focused. Therefore, they can be more creative because they're doing all these things to fuel their body to focus on whatever their word is.
So 2 things. First, if you were interested in any of just the general MetaPWR information, the 2 episodes that we've done on MetaPWR specifically is episode 51 and then 59, we give a MetaPWR update. So if you're just curious about MetaPWR, go back and listen to those so you have a little bit more information. But you will be getting information during this challenge too.
Yeah, and we'll link those 2 episodes in the show notes as well, so they're easy to find.
Okay. Second thing, I don't know if you've watched the promotional video for this when they are showing people that have picked their word and then them trying to work towards their word. This video, it's maybe 2 minutes long at the most. And it is so good. I mean, they really can pull at your emotions for this. You see all kinds of different people at different aspects and stages of life. And when you said creative, that reminded me because there's a man who is a barber. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And his word is creative, and there's a grandma, and it's just great. It shows these people that they've got this goal that they want to be able to do, and then it shows them working towards the goal. And again, they're all different people, and it's a really good little intro video.
It is really good. So that video will also be linked in the show notes, not the video itself, but a landing page that we have created for our challenge. And that video is on the landing page. So go check that out as well.
So I have not ever done the word, but when this challenge came up and I was kind of pre-reading through the information, I thought, okay, well, what would my word be if I had to pick a word? And the first word that came to mind was present. I want to be able to be present for the things that I am actively doing at that time. However, that didn't feel all encompassing. So when you and I were talking about this, the word balance came to mind, and I started to think about when I first started using the balance essential oil, it really kind of set the tone for my day. And I'm thinking that if I went the direction of choosing balance as my word and then incorporated using balance essential oil, then I'm really setting the tone for my day of trying to not be overwhelmed, not overschedule, and just be able to, again, be present. So now I'm super excited about having this word.
And you know what's interesting? Balance, I can even tie it in other ways to this challenge. So like your exercise movements, you could really focus on like balancing movements as well. So it ties in. And then using MetaPWR, one of the things that happens when you support your metabolism is a lot of times your blood sugar is more balanced. And so again, that one's a little bit more abstract. I don't know that you can check that off every day, but
I like that it can
balance even more.
Yeah, it could all tie in really easily. And I am very much balanced when it comes to, my mindset is a balance of everything in moderation when it comes to food or alcohol, stuff like that. Yes, if I could just be balanced as whole, I would be a very, very happy person.
Yeah, well, and maybe this 30-day challenge can do that for you. So a few things with this. We are going to start the challenge on February 20th. And so the week before that, starting on Saturday, February 11th, and then we're also going to do one the following Monday and the following Wednesday, we're going to have a 30-minute kickoff class. And in that 30-minute class, anybody's welcome to join, even if you're not sure you want to do the challenge. But join that so that you, if nothing else, can get some guidance on how to pick your word of the year and learn a little bit more about the challenge. And so it's just going to be 30 minutes. You'll get some really good information, even if you choose not to do the challenge. But then we'll actually start the challenge on the 20th. And the only thing required for the challenge is that you have the MetaPWR system. So the challenge is totally free. You just have to have the supplements in order to do that. And so in the class, we'll also talk about how to get those supplements. And then after that, you'll be able to log into the coursework starting on the 20th, and you'll be able to join a private Facebook group that we're going to create so that we can have a place for everybody to have a place to either cheer each other on or complain about being sore because you've worked out 3 days in a row and haven't done that in years. Whatever your experience is, you're going to have people who are going through it with you and a place to connect with them there. And then we're going to do some fun prizes as well. There'll be something doTERRA related, so you can't go wrong with that. We really hope that you're as excited about this as we are, and we hope to see you in one of those classes. Like I said before, we've got a website that we will link below that you can go to and get all of the information and register for any one of those free classes, whichever one works best with your time schedule. And if none of those work for you, feel free to reach out to us and we can still fill you in, bring you up to speed. Yeah, that's it, I think. Heather, can you think of anything else?
Sometimes you have this goal and it's hard to just actively get started. I think sometimes people just need a little bit of assistance. And I think this would be a good thing to help with that.
Yeah. Well, and that just made me think of something else. I think February 18th is considered National Quitters Day. That is the day that statistically most people give up on their New Year's resolution, if you have one. So this is kind of perfect timing for that as well. But I want to say as well, if you're listening to this episode and February 2023 is long gone, just know that we plan on, if this goes well, we plan on doing this every few months. So we'll still have that website active. So jump on there and you'll be able to see when the next challenge is coming up. Or if we have a wait list, you can at least jump onto the wait list for the next challenge. Don't feel like you're missing out if you're listening to this after the fact. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. We look forward to doing this challenge with you. So yeah, get excited. Start thinking about what your word is.
Thanks for tuning in. For more information, you can follow these bottle poppin' ladies at bottlepoppinpodcast.com. Tune in next week to learn about what bottle we're poppin'. Until next time, take care. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This podcast is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.